Hello, everybody. Say hello if you can see and hear me okay. I think we're live. So I've been hearing about this buzz. So I'm going to show you a quick video. It's a 3-minute video. Give you a little bit more about this buzz that's been going around here. Ready? Let me see here.
Que eu trabalho em Copaiba, eu estou com 37 anos, do tempo do meu trabalho em Copaiba.
Das árvores ganhamos presente que nos dá vida, a vida das árvores. Das árvores ganhamos ar e sombra, saúde e sabedoria, dom que vem das árvores. Das árvores. Das árvores.
Todo cara trabalhar aqui porque aqui é perto, mas tem dia que vai longe no meio da mata aí, fica só de tarde aqui em casa.
Você nem geral óleo desse água?
Não, cada mês.
Cada mês.
Às vezes ela dá meio litro, menos de meio litro. Conforme o tempo, né? Pode passar mais tempo aí, onde mais a óleo ela dá.
We have a lot of different compounds in Copaiba, just like we do all of the essential oils. But we have one compound that's dominant, beta-caryophyllene. Now this is important because it has strong effect and benefit for helping the body to sustain normal inflammatory responses. This is a keystone of our health. This is a keystone of what many of us will deal with on an ongoing basis. We have other oils that have similar chemistry, and in fact that exact same compound. Black pepper and melissa are good examples. Even oregano has some of this compound, but by comparison, very small amounts. That makes this oil unique. Additional benefits that it has is it's really good for skin. It can be calming and soothing in a number of different ways. I'm excited for people to have their own experience with Copaiba, and I hope that they develop as much enthusiasm for it as I personally have, because I believe this will become one of the most beneficial essential oils that we have in doTERRA.
Que nos dá vida, a vida das árvores. Das árvores ganhamos ar e sombra, saúde e sabedoria, dom que vem das árvores. Do terra pra você.
Wow. Wow. So good morning, Melinda. Good morning, Bethany. So this is all the buzz. Now, have you experienced this oil? I'm curious. Comment below if you have experienced this oil, Copaiba, or like some would say, Copaiba. Either one is correct. Either pronunciation is correct. So good morning to all of you. Welcome to our Free Friday Live. My name's Amy Miller, if you're new to joining us. Crunchy mom, researcher for all things natural, a little over 10 years. And together with my husband, actually, who's bombing me behind here, We're the founders of 3 Life Essentials, just truly advocating wellness in all areas of our lives, in our spiritual health, in our health care, and in our lifestyle. Those are our 3 Life Essentials. And our growing team is on a mission to help others with their health. And this is Free Friday. This is a weekly series where we chat about some things that help us to experience more freedom in our lives. Who doesn't want to experience more freedom? Freedom to experience life more fully, more abundantly, and bonus if we can do it naturally. So, Melinda, yes, you use it daily to help with pain. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. Bethany, you haven't used it yet. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that because today, what are we going to be free from today? Today we're going to be free from pain. We're going to be free from hallucinations, okay? You may be wondering, like, what does that mean? You're going to have some freedom from limitations, free from the law, anxious free to have happy, healthy cells. Maybe you haven't been thinking about your cells lately in your body. Raise your hand if you woke up thinking, this morning I would like to have happy, healthy cells. Maybe that's not something that's been on your mind. But maybe after today, you will have that something on your mind and something you're wanting to have in your body. So we're going to talk about what's all the buzz with this Copaiba or CopiEEba oil. What makes this oil so unique? A little bit of science that I'm going to give you today, not too much, but a little bit of science so that you can really understand how it works, and some practical uses, and we're going to share some success stories with Copaiba. Don't you just love success stories? We shared a couple weeks ago with the Lifelong Vitality supplements, which, speaking of, last week we were so sad we were unable to be on with you. We were in a place that was a remote location with no access to cell service or internet. So funny how we just get so reliant on that. I was about an hour away from any kind of cell service, believe that or not, in Antonito, Colorado. But today, I'm joining you live from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Beautiful. We're no longer in any kind of desert. It's like beautiful, lush green everywhere. Some bugs. But it's beautiful here. So we're excited to stay here for a little bit. But we're going to share some success stories with Copaiba, and then how you can get this oil in your home for free if you do not already have doTERRA in your home. So what's this buzz that you've heard about Copaiba Essential Oil? Comment below if you've heard some buzz about it, and what's the buzz that you're hearing. Now, if you have not heard any buzz about this oil before, comment below with just say, what's Copaiba? Or what's the C oil if you're not sure how to spell Copaiba. But if you know somebody who could benefit from this when we're talking about the freedoms that we're going to talk about today, go ahead and click the share button. Click this to share it with your friends and family who could benefit with this. So let's talk about this little bitty oil here that doTERRA started sourcing, almost a year ago now. So this comes from a tree, and these trees are native to Central and South America, where it really flourishes best in tropical rainforest habitats. doTERRA sources are Copaiba from Brazil, and the tree themselves grow really tall, and this comes from the resin of the tree. But here's what the buzz comes in. Copaiba contains a certain chemical compound which makes it really unique. Anybody happen to know what that's called? Comment below if you know what makes this oil so unique, that sets it apart from any other oil that may help with aches and pains or skin, or things that are beneficial to your cells. What makes this one unique? Anybody know? It's a little acronym called BCP. BCP. So BCP stands for, and let me see, I may totally butcher this, you guys, and if so, it's okay, right? But it's, let me see if I can find it in my notes here. Beta-caryophyllene, okay? Beta-caryophyllene, BCP, okay? This makes it really unique because beta-caryophyllene is a cannabinoid. Anybody familiar with that term, cannabinoid? Where have you heard that term before? Cannabinoid. You've heard a buzz about cannabinoids, right? Especially over the last few years. And speaking of, I live in Colorado right now. That might give you another clue as well. Yes, it is a cannabinoid. So what's a cannabinoid? A cannabinoid is anything that affects your endocannabinoid system in your body. Now, what's your endocannabinoid system? Anybody? It's part of your central nervous system. You have two kinds of receptors in your central nervous system. You have your CB1 receptors, which controls your appetite, deals with your memory, your cognitive function, discomfort, addresses that and manages that. Linda, you said marijuana, cannabis. Yes, those are cannabinoids. Yes, yes. So a cannabinoid is anything that affects that system in your body. Now, there are three main cannabinoids that are derived from plants that can influence these receptors, okay? Now, some of them you may be more familiar with, things like medical marijuana, THC, CBD oil. Any of those sound familiar? So let me tell you a little bit about differences in these cannabinoids. So why don't you comment below, what are the benefits that you have heard about from the medical marijuana or THC, CBD that you've kind of been intrigued by? Comment below with what kind of things. Hey, Mary Kay, you're going to want to tune into this. I was actually going to tag you on this so that you could see this. And if you're just joining me now, make sure you go back to the beginning because you're going to want to see some more of this information. But what are some of the benefits that you've heard or that's been the buzz about medical marijuana, CBD oil that you've kind of been intrigued by? So comment below with what some of those benefits are that you've kind of heard about. What's been the buzz? So some of you are familiar with, for instance, like the medical marijuana. That kind of cannabinoid primarily influences your CB1 receptors, which is what makes it have those kind of psychoactive effects, maybe some side effects that you would not prefer. And so it has a heavy influence on those CB1 receptors that I was talking about earlier. And it's quite controversial. Now, when we look at CBD oil, many of you are familiar, if you've heard about cannabis oil, the value being related to the concentration. We're going to talk about that. CBD oil is generally more accepted, but it is still quite controversial, and it is quite expensive. Now, when doTERRA went searching and sourcing for an oil that could impact these receptors without the negative outcomes that some experience from other cannabinoids, this oil has cannabinoids but that have a powerful influence on the CB2 receptors. So I talked about the CB1 receptors being things like controlling appetite, your cognitive function, things like that. The CB2 system is outside of your central nervous system, and it addresses things like in your endocrine system and your immune system, and it's a lot less expensive. So also derived from plants, but it affects a different part of your CB receptors. And think about it as this. So the active ingredient that helps with aches and pains in CBD is 2 to 3 times more concentrated in Copaiba Essential Oil and has the synergy of 4 powerful blends in doTERRA that has created this highest naturally occurring BCP, that beta-caryophyllene on the market. Plus, this is significantly less expensive and longer and faster acting. So even though the true hemp and the marijuana family plants have some varying amounts of THC, which can be flagged in drug screens, Copaiba is a totally different plant family. This is from the resin of a tree. And so it doesn't have any flags in drug screens. So this is what's making it very popular, and all the buzz also in the athletic and sports community, because they are looking for ways to help address the aches and pains and things, but not have something that is going to be showing up with negative side effects or showing up on drug screens. So now there's several oils. There are several other oils. Anybody know other oils that happen to have this BCP, this dietary kind of beta-caryophyllene, which is a cannabinoid? There's some other oils that have this component in it as well. Anybody know? So it's black pepper, melissa, even oregano. There's a few other oils, but they're in small amounts. And so the big kind of kahuna here with this is that 60% of this dietary compound is in Copaiba. So it's a high concentration of that chemistry. So let's talk about some ways to use Copaiba, okay? Bethany said it's supposed to help with pain. Yes, black pepper, Bethany, you're right. Yes. So, but again, small amounts. Black pepper has this component, but small amounts. And the big kahuna with Copaiba is that the chemistry is high concentrations of it. So let's talk about a few ways to use it. Now, I've talked a little bit about some of the benefits, but you'll see here it affects a lot of systems in your body. Look at how many systems that this oil affects in your body. It benefits your liver, your cardiovascular system, your immune system, your digestive system, your neurological system, your respiratory system. I mean, isn't that almost the whole body? You guys, not all of our oils impact this many systems in the body. That's what makes it beneficial for your overall wellness. And so we're going to talk about a few ways that you can use your Copaiba. Okay, let me see if I can find my notes here. They're flying all over the place. Okay, so yes, somebody mentioned aches and pains and things, discomfort. You can use this targeted to those areas for kind of some soothing effects. You can use it applying it to your skin topically over a specific affected area, maybe like a rash or an irritation, an abrasion, that kind of thing. You can actually combine it with your like unscented lotion and apply it to affected areas. But what about kind of sustained support? So what if you've got some long-term support that you're needing? Internally, this is great for the liver. This is one that you can use and put a drop under your tongue. That's actually something that Dr. Hill, our Chief Medical Officer for doTERRA, recommends, is putting a drop under your tongue. And for that overall, you're going to affect all those body systems that way. So it's also very calming to your emotions. So let's talk about just kind of some practical uses and daily routines. Okay, so aromatically, you can use this regularly because it's very calming to the emotions as well. And you're going to be breathing this in because it supports your neurological function, so it's going to be benefiting you that way. In fact, I diffused this as I was researching more about this oil. I immediately thought, why am I not diffusing this tonight for sleep? So I had this Copaiba with my, I think I put this with my Serenity blend and had a great night's sleep. But I rarely have a bad night's sleep because I use my oils consistently. I give a variety of them during my sleep time, so I like to be king of sleep. But for cellular support, I mentioned earlier that you're going to have happy, healthy cells with this. This is a drop or two under your tongue daily, or even in like a little small amount of water, will help with that impacting all those body systems there. So for your skin, This oil has the ability of keeping your skin clear and clean and reducing those appearance of blemishes. So you can apply it to your face. You can apply it right before you're applying your moisturizer. I mentioned for whole body wellness, just put that 1 or 2 drops under your tongue or in a little bit of water. You could even make your own tea with some warm water and honey. But then also even calming some anxious feelings when you're having that stressful day, or to unwind, you can diffuse this and use it that way. So let's talk briefly about some success stories. Anybody on, even if you're watching us on the replay, comment below who has had some success stories with Copaiba. Share them with us. Comment below with if you're using Copaiba and you've had a success story. I'm going to share a few with you here. I'm going to switch screens here for just a minute. So let me tell you, share with you a couple of success stories that I have heard from Laura in Roseville, California. She said, ever since I had my first child, she said, I have 3, I've always had to get up during the night because it appears my bladder took a beating during pregnancy. She said, par for the course. She said, I tried Cypress before to see if it would prevent having to get up during the night and even not drinking much water and things like that. But she said, then comes Copaiba. She said, the first night of complete sleep, I figured it was a fluke because she said, my oldest is 13, so I've been dealing with this for a while. She said, the second night of not having to get up was more convincing, but she said, I still had my doubts. And then she said, the third night of not only sleeping through the night, but not having to get up at all, she said, I'm hooked. She said, Copaiba and her have started a beautiful friendship. So she did a drop of Copaiba and she massaged them on her wrists, and she did a drop over her heart, and then she also did her roller bottle that she typically does for sleep. So now here's another story that I heard from Teresa about her little Yorkie who's 9 pounds. Her little Yorkie had been favoring her back leg for weeks, and she suspected it was hip issues because she hadn't found anything in her foot. And she said, I started putting a drop of Copaiba mixed with 3 drops of coconut oil on her hip. She said, I did it about 6 times yesterday and once this morning. And then when she got home from work the next day, her little Yorkie wasn't limping at all. So yay for you and yay for your little fur baby. Listen to this one. So listen to this one. I can't remember who told me this story, but he said, Holy Mother of all oils. He said, I was spending $385 a month on another oil product, a 30-day supply for $385, something that doTERRA doesn't sell. He said, to get some relief from all my years of abuse that my spine took through sports and a terrible auto accident. He said the effects of it will wear off about 14 hours. He said, but wow, this oil here is $35, and 2 or 3 drops a day was giving him the exact same results. He said he's blown away, and he said he wished he could say more, but he said this was so good. So, and then I'll share my own little story. When we were prepping for our travels on the road in our 5th wheel, we were painting all of our cabinets in our kitchen. It's a lot of cabinets. And so I was doing a lot of this motion over and over and over and over. And I've had some tingling and stuff before in my wrists whenever I was nursing the twins and nursing my babies. And it would eventually go away. But this kept coming and I needed to finish painting. And I remember trying some of our deep blue, and I would, it just really wasn't making it happen. And I thought, oh my gosh, why have I not tried Copaiba? And you guys, I applied that to my wrist, and I was able to finish the painting without the pain. It was awesome. So I'd love to hear, what way are you going to use Copaiba in your wellness routine? Let me show you really quickly here. Now, if you happen to be new to doTERRA or new to essential oils, connect with the wellness advocate who's been helping you and ask them to help you get started, because this is how you can actually get Copaiba for free this month. So when you are new to doTERRA, anything you set up that is 100 or more, you'll get a free wild orange from doTERRA, and anything 200 or more, so anything with the top 10, if you get the top 10 oils that doTERRA carries, you'll get the free wild orange. If you get the top 10 oils that doTERRA carries plus a diffuser to use your oils aromatically, you'll also get the Copaiba. You'll get both of those oils. So, and if we're the ones who've been helping you, drop us a message. We'll set up a quick 30-minute appointment to learn a little bit more about your specific needs and your goals, and share a little bit about doTERRA. Of course, you don't have to buy anything, but if you do see something you want, we can help you get those oils. And so now I'm about to sign off, but wait, have you guys heard about Sunday Night Live? Have you? Anybody? Sunday Night Live, mark your calendar for Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. For 30 minutes, we'll be having a casual panel discussion on your most requested topics on oils. So this Sunday, we're kicking things off with vacationing and essential oils. So comment below. If you're on vacation right now, say vacation, vacay. And Bethany, you said you've been thinking about taking a drop of Copaiba and a drop of frankincense every morning in a capsule. Yes, I actually do them just a drop under my tongue. They don't taste so great, but you can chase it quickly with some juice or something. But yes, you can also do them in a capsule too. So I'm going to sign off. Don't forget to go back to the beginning to get all that awesome information about Copaiba if you joined us at the end. Click subscribe, or you can join us on our YouTube channel at 3 Life Essentials, and click subscribe so you can get notifications when we go live again and upload our videos. So it was good to see you guys all, and we'll see you guys next week.